What's up, guys? Today we're gonna do like a little bit of a mobility routine, and if you're a beginner, it's probably a good class for you. And if you like, for me, I get really sore sometimes from yoga. If you start doing more like athletic things with your body, just in general, you're gonna get like little aches and stiffness, and you kind of just want to move it around. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do this class. Savasana. So just cross your legs like this, and then you're gonna sit up nice and tall. Really lift the back ribs up. Try to get long. Let the arms relax, the hands can hang. Just take a breath there. Sit up nice and tall. Reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Really, you always want to feel like something is just lifting you up, as if you're getting pulled on the top of your head. If that's not a weird thought for you to have. Start to control your breath. And it's not that you're really controlling it. You just become mindful of a nice inhale and a nice exhale. And we're going to take our legs like this. So one leg will be in about a 45 degree position. I'm not too good at geometry. And then the other, the knee is right by this heel. You lift the hips up for a moment. And I just want to start by getting into the hips. Take the fingertips down right here. So it's not quite a 90-90. We're going to be more here. Okay. Lift the chest up. And then very smoothly, don't think about it too much. Just switching sides. And you can use the hands at the beginning. Lift the chest up. And maybe it feels a lot different on this side now. Flex the feet. Get engagement in the toes. Lift the chest up. Inhale. Exhale. Just switch it back. And maybe the hands start to even come off the floor, and you're kind of playing with this balance of, oh, can I just switch it like here? Yeah, it's nice to just open the practice by really getting into the hips. And I like this because it's, it's fun, it's a rhythm. And it might be pretty ugly, Sometimes you're feeling really tight, and it's impossible to do it with the arms up, especially when you first learn. But this is a really good way to get the body warmed up. Try your best. Modify. If this is hurting your knees, you can back off of it. Try to just move really slowly. No rush. Need a little more on this side, I think. It's good. Come back to side. Whew. And then extend both legs out. And we'll go for a little bit of a straddle. Almost like a pancake stretch maybe. Take the fingertips down. And I don't even practice my pancake. That's more like gymnastic stuff, and yoga. There is a name for this pose. It's like Parsva something. Sit nice and tall, bring the fingertips down. Go wider. Let's go wider with the legs today. See what's possible. Move into the hips a little bit. Try to keep the back straight. And I'm really tight here. Like you see, I can't go too far forward. And you might even be up here. Like for a long time, this is better than I usually do. I'm up here, I'm fighting for it. It's really about the breath though. Allowing your body to just do the posture to your degree. Don't take any shortcuts. Yoga takes time, patience, no shortcuts. We'll go about 5 more breaths there. Maybe you come up on the fingertips and you try to wiggle your way into it. Inhale. Exhale a little lower. And just come on up. Woo. Bring the feet back together. Take the feet down like Sukhasana, and we'll just roll over. Hands go to the floor. Near the beginning of my practice, I always like to kind of get into the wrists, so we'll take a little bit of circles. Just go one side, switch. Turn the fingers out, rock a little side to side. Especially if you have a handstand practice or an arm balance practice, it's nice to have a consistent wrist warm up. You always need a wrist warm up, That's me, but my warm ups are too long. Ooh, this class is kind of just like a warm-up, or I don't know, just to get you moving, a little mobility. From there, we're going to walk back Tuck the toes, get even the pinky toe underneath. The knees touch the floor. Sit up nice and tall. Hips go to the heels. Whew. Move a bit closer for you guys. Whew. Nice posture here. Interlace the fingers and I'll reach them up towards the ceiling. Cactus the arms down. From there, keeping the toes tucked, you're just going to meet up in a squat. Wiggle the feet out. And know that whenever we're doing these mobility movements, you can always put the hands on the floor just for a little bit more control. And you might be struggling here. Maybe your hips aren't all the way towards the heel. Feet could be a little wider. Good position for me. Maybe you're up here on the fingertips lifting. This. Heels can be off the floor. Some people, that's just how their ankle is structured. Whew. Okay, then we're going to take the fingertips down. Let's move around here a little more. It's nice just to hold a squat. Lift the chest up. Use the triceps to pull the legs open. Press into the feet. Yeah, feel the lift. Your drishti, your focus, get your gaze going. Your breath. Ujjayi, breathing in and out through your nose. Fingertips will go down. We're just going to tap the right knee to the inside. Boom, come back. Switching. Left knee goes. Boom. Maybe mix it up a little bit. Changing the position of the feet. I know for me, I got a gangly body. I might have to go a little longer. Switching. Boom. Boom. Maybe, yeah, so maybe that's the thing. The hands are not touching the floor. Be really careful here. Whew. Good job, guys. Stand up, straighten the legs. We'll meet up standing. And then you can step to like the middle of the top of the mat. I'm just going to step wherever. We're going to roll the right shoulder back like this. Find a good grounding with the feet. Good. Left shoulder back. And I know for me, I always have poppies in the left shoulder. I don't know how I should feel about that. Go back on both sides. It's just natural, you know. Especially depending on what you do, you might be, like for me, I do a lot of jiu-jitsu. It's like if you do any boxing, like kickboxing, your shoulders are going to get super tight. Boxing, get your shoulders really tight. Left arm forward, right arm forward, just move it around. But that doesn't mean, just because we have these little aches, these stiffnesses, it doesn't mean that we should stop moving. Maybe just keep on moving, right? Let's go back. Go forward. Mix it up. So this is a jiu-jitsu one. This one goes back, this one goes forward. Am I messing it up? I think I am. So this one goes back, this one goes forward. Guys, I have it now. This is how you do it. Because they're going in different directions. Ooh. So yeah, you always mess that one up. That's like the joke about it. Right arm goes back, left arm goes forward. Ooh, my shoulders are feeling this. But in a healthy way, you know, there's no weight on me. Just moving. Putting the shoulder through some rotation. Release it. Ooh. It's good. Feel good. Yeah, and release the fingers, roll them out a little bit. We are going to be in the hands in a moment. That's good. We'll do some spinal waves. Let me tuck my shirt in for effect. Spinal waves. Okay. I like to do them with bent knees usually, just like this. So yeah, get the length in the low back. Notice that if you start to tilt forward, the low back wants to round. We're trying to lift the low back. Draw the belly in. Ooh. So a nice stable position. Start to draw the chin a little bit, and as we kind of fold forward, but really just hinging at the hips like at Ardha Uttanasana. And then bring the chin a little bit to the chest as you slowly roll up. Keep the bend in the knees. Draw it back down. And this one, you really have to feel it. It's a spinal wave. And maybe, like, I don't know what people say. Maybe I don't even do it right. I don't know. You just feel it. And you can move through it a little bit faster. And these are just a couple of movements that really have taken my practice to like the next level. Or maybe not, you know, some of them they might be silly. I think this one definitely just changing my understanding of how to move the spine. That one's big. Let's go a couple more. It's good. Ooh. Let's do a Surya A. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the hands to the heart center. Gaze over your fingertips, ground through the feet, maybe about hip distance apart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold, forward. Fingertips down. Take a little bend of the knees, drop the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Hold the low belly and hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Lean forward. Elbows in towards your ribs as you slowly take a push-up. Press into the thumbs. Press back up to plank. Downward facing dog. Pedal the legs a little bit. Try to lift the hips up. Draw the chest towards the thighs. Press into the knuckles. The front two fingers. Inhale. Look forward. Roll forward. Plank. Chaturanga. All the way down. Untuck your toes. Sphinx pose. Get long here. Drop the chest back down. Hands to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Just pull back to child's pose. Maybe you bring the elbows to the floor, hands in a prayer behind the head. Make your way back to down dog. Step the feet a little forward, walk the hands a bit back. Rise all the way up. This time we'll step our feet past mat distance. So if you reach the arms out, maybe it's not so wide as the wrist, maybe it is, but not a super long one today. This is where I start to get weird. I forgot to show you earlier. When I get a lot of tightness here in the hip flexor and like my glute, really on the right side from wrestling. I had like some injuries from that. And I like to kind of stick my knuckles. I don't get massages ever, so I like to kind of just, maybe a Theragun here and there, like the massaging gun. I like to kind of just stick my fist in the muscles. It's kind of weird, but it really alleviates a lot of tension that I go through. A lot of driving. The hip thing really initiated from driving, actually. I think that was one of the biggest causes for it. Like driving long hours. Yeah, you can kind of just massage yourself with your knuckles. I'm starting to feel good. We want to press into the big toe mounts here. Draw the navel in, inhale. Keep the length in the back. Lean the chest forward as we slowly press into the big toe mounts. Yeah, see that engages the fronts of the legs, the front thigh. Fingertips down, inhale. Exhale, start to fold into it with length. Keep the engagement of the hamstring. Breathe into it. And you could do this in a way where this is really good work for just a press handstand, really. Like mobility is super fun because we get to work on how to get into these poses, developing like a new strength and flexibility in our body. Because one day the hands are going to go down here and you're going to lift it up. But for now, we just pulse into it, we just experience. No need to handstand. Lift up halfway, inhale. Exhale, the hands on the hips, rise to standing. Step the feet together. Woo. Good job. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring the hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Find a nice and stable plank. Right knee into your chest. Step through low lunge. Untuck the toes. Inhale, reach up. Find a nice and stable position. Allow the shoulders to go down the back. Maybe you tuck the back toes. This is always a weird one with me. Maybe you grab a shirt and you place it underneath your knee. I do occasionally experience knee pain in this pose, so again, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, What are you going to do? But you can tuck a shirt and put it underneath your knee, and that really does fix the issue. I just play with tucking my toes and untucking them. Ooh, reaching up. Ooh, giving you guys my life story today. Lean the chest forward, bring the fingertips down, wiggle the right toes straight. Straighten the right leg. Slight bend in the right knee. Pull the right toes towards your face, fingertips. I've been hearing this thing recently about plugging the thigh bone into the hip socket. Like from a lot of really smart teachers, I think that's how they're describing it. Very accurate. So when we're engaging the hamstring, and really the thigh bone, they're right, the inner thigh, when we're getting this inner thigh action, it's like you're plugging it into your hip socket, and then you can find the lift in the belly. Inhale, exhale, fold into it, but you can feel the engagement in this leg. Bend into it. And then just step back to play. Left knee into your chest, draw the navel and press down. Wrap the triceps back. Step the left foot through. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Feel that the inner left thigh moves back as the right hip point kind of lifts and sends forward. We draw the navel in. So we're always neutralizing everything. And I think such an important part about a mobility practice is you do everything with good alignment to the best that you can. I understand that sometimes you need to do it a little weird in the beginning. Bring the hands to the floor. Wiggle the left toes forward. It might be really uncomfortable in the beginning. That goes away with time. Pull the left toes towards the face. A little bend in the left knee. Lift the chest up. Always modify the way you need to. And really at a very beginner level, this can be done with a strap around the foot on your back. Supta Paschimottanasana? I don't know, guys. Supta something. Get nice and long here. It's Supta Pada Gushtasana. Hooking of the toe, but with the strap inside, if you were curious. Let's plug the thigh bone into the hip socket. Find the lift of the low belly. Use that to fold. Keep the toes active. Right hip stacked over the right knee. And then you're just going to bend into the left knee. Press down through the ground. Step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, the hands to the heart side. From here, we'll just make our way onto our back. Let's do it in a fun way. So bend the knees, keep the chest lifting. Very slowly go down, reach down. And wow, I already feel a lot less creaky. Just feeling the control of my body, the ways I can move in space. It's really nice. It's really nice. Sorry guys, let's go on to our back. Move the hips a bit forward. Go onto the elbows. Set the feet down. Turn the palms up. Stack the knees over the heels. Press into the heels. Draw the shoulder blades together and then down towards the hips. Really just find the lift. Lift everything up. Press into the heels. Ignite the legs. Maybe you grab your mat and you pull the mat apart. Keep the back of the neck long. Bridge pose. Find the length through the neck. 3 breaths here. Slowly set the hips down. Big breath.